Hey everyone, we're ready. It's a good start. Okay, so welcome to how TikTok can fast track your author career. I want to start by making quite a bold assumption that someone who is in this room and has took the time to attend this session will be a six-figure author this time next year, hopefully doing a presentation like this, because does anyone want to take that bet? Anyone? Shane? Yes. Okay, challenge accepted. Okay, so who am I? My name's AP Beswick. My real name is Adam, if people actually want to know my true identity. I write dark fantasy books, and I started posting TikToks in 2022. By the end of 2022-23, I went from making £100 at the end of January to being a six-figure author. And this all happened because I started filming and posting TikToks, which was completely out of my comfort zone. And the best thing was it was done with little to no ad spend, which I don't know about anyone else, but advertising, spending money on ads is a bugbear of mine. So this is a quick overview of my year. This is 2022. So as you can see, January, what happened was I decided to say yes to opportunities, to take every opportunity that presented itself. And I have a good friend of mine, Robert Radcliffe, who's also an author, is also my accountability partner. So does anyone have an accountability partner? Okay, if you haven't, look to the person next to you, get the details, tell each other. After this session, you're going to become best friends. You're going to be texting each other every day. Have you posted today? No, why not? And you'd be amazing what it does. Rob didn't take the accountability, and he's not here today. So, sorry, Rob, if you're watching. I took part in a TikTok for Authors Challenge organised by James Blatch, and very quickly became obsessed with the platform, posting 3 videos a day. I couldn't hold my phone because I was shaking that much, even though there was only me in the room. That's how nervous I was. And at the same time, I released my first book in a new fantasy series. Previously, I'd released 2 books, and I'd still not earned the money back from what it had cost me to produce those. And I think it was the 13th of January, I released this book, posted about it, and by the end of January, I'd made £100 and was over the moon that I had a book that was selling. In February, that was £200, March, £300, and you can see the first spike. That was when I had my first semi-viral video, about 500,000 views, and what that showed me is how fast that can generate sales overnight. And that was over the course of a few days, made £2,000, which was enough to supplement a month's wage. So that's when I really started paying attention to the platform. August was when I had the viral video, which probably most people that do know me from that video. And you can see there the momentum kept growing from that point. Now, what I also needed to do was make sure I had the foundations. It wasn't just one video and that's it. You have to invest a lot of time in your foundations, your website, all these things. But what TikTok can do is help you leverage that audience to get the momentum that you need to sustain an income that can make you go full time, which quite a few of you are going to be six-figure authors because you've all promised it now. So, okay, so don't just take it from me. We've got a few case studies now. So this is Emily Blackwood. I don't know if she's here. Is she? These have been done with permission. So I've asked these guys all the same questions. So Emily joined TikTok in January 2021. So how has TikTok helped her sales? So it's literally changed her life, and it's allowed her to quit her day job. So Emily had a viral video in 2022. You'll see a recurring theme here, which means in the 12 months, now the financial year here is 22-23, so anything from April doesn't cover those statistics. In the last 12 months, Emily made £115,000, six-figure author. Congratulations, Emily. What she loves about TikTok, increased confidence. And she's met 3 of her best friends on the platform. I've got some very close friends who have flown all the way out to Vegas just to support me. They haven't really, I've paid them to come. Emily's best tip, keep going. One video won't do it. Your repeated presence on the platform is what's going to make the difference. Really good advice. Okay, the next author I spoke to was J.M. Curl. She's the author of Bow to the Elf Queen. She's just released a 3rd book in that series, and I think it was in the top 100 on the Amazon store, which is a fantastic achievement, and I'm very jealous. So JM joined TikTok 2021, but she didn't utilise the platform until 2022. So I'm hoping you're picking up on the theme that people have joined but then not done anything because they were hesitant. So hopefully all of you that are hesitant at the minute are going to leave this room and go and start filming TikToks straight away. Her income, £300,000 in sales in a 12-month period, which I'm pretty sure we'd all like a slice of that pie. What does she love about TikTok? She loves BookTok because the community's fun. It's allowing authors to connect directly with readers. Now, that is a very powerful statement for me because there's, Facebook, reach, things like that. There's a lot of platforms out there, but what we were finding with TikTok is you really get that community engagement. And yes, there are people that want to see the world burn and bring you down, but there are so many people that will cheer you on and root for you. And especially all your peers here will cheer you on and root for you in your videos, so always support your other indie authors on the platform. Her best tip, find what your readers want and give it to them. Readers want the genres and tropes that they recognise, but put your unique spin on it. 3rd case study, Cara Clare. She hates attention. She's the 3rd seat across on this side. And she says if you do want to ask questions, she'll be out in the main area afterwards for questions. Cara joined in 2022. I think our friendship's just ended. Yeah, who can assume that? Okay. So how's TikTok helped Cara? So Cara reached 1,000 pre-orders for under a new pen name. So Cara's written about 1,000 books now. She's kind of a big deal. No, she wrote a new pen name, which, as those of you who write under pen names, you're starting from scratch every time, and the hardest thing is building that audience. So to have a book that, until posting about it on TikTok, generate 1,000 pre-orders is a pretty fantastic achievement. And from that generated £100,000 since June 2022, which is, again, another 6-figure author because of taking the plunge and having the confidence to start posting on TikTok. What does she love about TikTok? The sense of community, the fun, and how fun it is to reach new readers. How easy it is, sorry. So again, the same themes with everyone that I was speaking to. The community, engagement, these are the messages. Her best tip, look at what other authors are doing and what is working well for them, then test. Okay, you can go onto TikTok and within half an hour you'll know all the trending tropes. If you're an author who specifically likes writing to market, not necessarily working on a passion project, you will get all the information you need. So if you're not writing Dragon Rider smutty books, then you need to really start because yeah. Okay, so it only works for spicy books and fantasy. It doesn't. So this is John G. Doyle. I haven't personally spoken with John, but I wanted to use him as an example because I think, again, it will help motivate people. He's got a fantastic following, a really engaging community. He's an indie author, he writes sci-fi, and he's seen amazing growth since January of this year. That proves that all genres can work for me, and just because it's not working now doesn't mean that it can't work for you. Until you put yourself out there and make it work, you be that first person to make it work for your genre, and then you can come and do this presentation instead of me. Okay, so what did I do? I set myself an achievable goal, and then once I hit that, I set another and another, but it was small, manageable things. You know, we should all have short, medium, and long-term goals. I'm a mental health nurse by profession, so I've had that drummed into me from early on. So a lot of those skills I've just transferred across into this career. Okay, so my first goal was I want to make £100. Then it was I wanted to make one sale every day for 30 days straight. And then once I did that, I wanted to make £1,000. Then I wanted to make a month's wages. Then I needed to make a month's wages 6 months in a row so I could convince my wife that I wasn't imagining this and that I could actually make it as an author. I had a focused mentality and that belief that I can do this. Now, was everyone here at Sasha's keynote last night? Yeah, take every principle that she spoke about. You are the centre of this, your universe. So you need to have that focused mentality that you can achieve this. So to do that, you need to hold yourself to account. You need to have that internal accountability. Hence why, when you don't, you have an accountability partner that tells you to pull your finger out your arse. Okay, so I posted 2 to 3 times a day, every day, for the whole of 2022, which sounds really overwhelming. It got to a point where it would take me 10-15 minutes in the morning. So what takes you half an hour at first to film one video that lasts 5 seconds, eventually you speed up your process and you become more experienced. But what that means now is I've got hundreds of videos that I can just repurpose at any given time, and trust me, they generate the income. So once you've posted for a period of time, 1 month, 2 months, get used to looking at your analytics, the trends, what's working, what's not working, specifically for your videos, okay? So my first breakout, I noticed I referenced that I was a nurse and an author, and that generated interest because I had nurses that were connecting and thinking, oh, this guy's a nurse, that sounds really interesting. And then I had other authors that were connecting. So you can learn, and in that, like a first few sentences on a video, you've got 3 seconds, effectively, if you're lucky, to get someone's attention. So, you know, if I say, my name's AP Beswick, I'm a nurse and an author, that's capturing multiple angles for people's attention. So just have a think about what's unique to you, but also what is going to make people endear to you in that short period of time, and then say, like, oh, and here's my books, and kind of start showcasing them. And don't be afraid to showcase your books. That, you know, a lot of people don't like, they kind of feel like, well, if you post about it once, you don't want to post about it every day. These videos are seen by fresh eyes every single time, so don't be afraid to just keep pitching your books, and once those sales start coming in, that will be all the motivation you need. So the more videos you post, the more content you're putting out there, the more eyes that are on your works. So yeah, I prepared myself for going viral before I went viral. So as we know, views can be very unpredictable. So what my mindset was, I need to have everything ready to funnel everyone in the right direction in the off chance that it did. So what you don't want is to suddenly have a video that's generated a lot of views, but no one knows where to go to get your book. So we'll go through some tips on that in a moment. I looked at what was working, kept trying to improve the videos. So with every video, I was trying to improve the engagement, things like that. We've already kind of touched upon that. And I kept the momentum going by using other platforms. This has been key for me. TikTok was the springboard I used to start my career. I've got a bigger following on Instagram, more engagement on Instagram, a bigger following, and Instagram generates a lot of sales for me because I started cross-promoting. So I've now started cross-promoting on YouTube, and that's on YouTube Shorts, and that has started generating. In fact, I had my first comment this morning saying, oh, I've just bought your book because of this video. So the more platforms you can cross-promote, the better, because it's all exposure. I always recommend filming your videos on TikTok because I do think that's the best and easiest platform to navigate. But what that's helped me do is continually grow my audience, but it has made that income sustainable. It's not just, I've had 1 month, it's 2023, and I passed 6 figures in 2023 as well. So I still have the imposter syndrome, but I think we all do. But that's solidified that, right, that's at least another couple of years. I know I can carry on doing this and my wife will worry less. Okay, so this is what to do, and what I mean, sorry, to be ready for viral. So you want to make your bio clear. You want to make it, have your name on there, what you write, keep it short and concise. The reason my PO box was on there was to stop any, especially when my following started to grow. I was safeguarding my family. I didn't want my address being common knowledge, so I got a PO box because I do Kickstarters and things like that as well. So for returns, things like that. I've got, when you get 1,000 followers, you get access to a link. So you want to use that link to direct anyone that visits your profile. I use Linktree. There are other platforms you can use. I just like the interface. So within there, if you're not using Linktree, that's got the link to, well, it used to have the link to my Amazon. I just send people direct to my store now because I don't like sharing my royalties. Then there is now TikTok Shop, which we'll hold that thought because there is a slide on that afterwards, and pin posts. So that's where you can showcase, you know, if you've had a viral video. I try and have something where someone's reviewing my book. So the picture in the middle is actually a profile that goes by the name of Robin Hood, and it is a guy who cosplays as Robin Hood, and it does lots of content around that. So we had a bit of back and forth for a while where I duetted a video and kind of said, do you want to form an alliance? And he sent a video back, and that's the kind of fun you can have. So I sent him copies of the books, he reviewed them, and put dressed as Robin Hood, which was pretty cool, and that generated sales. So my first book is a Robin Hood dark fantasy retelling. So yeah, I didn't just randomly start sending books to Robin Hood. Quick show of hands. Who's in the 200 club? Quite a few of you. Okay, who feels confident to come up here? No one. Okay. Okay, would you like to come up? One more person from this side? Yes, would you like to come up?
This will improve my reading, sure.
Yes. Okay, stand in front of the microphone.
Okay.
We're going to film one in front of all these people. So if you just quickly introduce yourself to everyone, and you've got a 10-second pitch about what your series of books are.
Hi, I'm Cora Flynn. I write reverse harem set in contemporary USA. Who likes multiple men at one time?
Okay, if you'd like to go and take a seat. Okay, yes, if you come on this side.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I write as J. Amber Hintz, and I write sci-fi fantasy romance with a lot of smut and alien anatomy. So, yeah.
Have we got any young adult fancy anyway? Okay, so yeah, if you guys could take a seat. Thank you for coming up. Okay, so how did that feel to actually look out and see 200 pairs of eyes looking at you? It's quite nerve-wracking. Well, maybe not for you because you're a very confident person. And the wrong person to bring up. But my point being is, if you could stand where I am now, it is absolutely terrifying, okay? But there are more than 200 eyes looking at me, and just think that that's fresh eyes, and every time you post a video, if it's a 200 club, 300 club, every time you're posting, you've got 200 fresh eyes to pitch your book at. And the most important thing there is, it's not costing you anything. If that was Facebook, you'd £10, £5. They just take all of your money and no conversions, because it's your job to use the analytics, see what's working, what's not working, test. But that's costing you money every time. Well, we've got platforms you can do that for free. So make sure you are, because then when you find the content that does work, use that in your paid advertising, because you know the video converts because you've done all your testing and it hasn't cost anything. So that's how you're going to become six-figure authors. Thank you, Cara. Okay, so again, I spoke to Emily about this, and it was a quote that I took home. Was TikTok doesn't owe you viral videos, and it's not punishing you when you don't get them. Keep trusting that your time is coming. Okay. Whose job is it to convert views to sales, TikTok's or yours? Okay, so it goes full circle to the accountability. It's your job to convert. So yes, you might get the 200 views, but you need to have everything streamlined to get them to where you want them to be. But then you need your blurb, your cover, all these other things need to seal the deal, okay? So if it's not working, that's where we need to analyse it, look at it, and stop blaming TikTok that give us a free platform to utilise, that they're not letting us do our thing, okay? We need to analyse, we need to pivot, we need to redirect, because it does work, but it doesn't mean it's easy. You have to work hard at it. But take it from me, it changes your life. So TikTok Shop, is anyone on TikTok Shop now? If not, why not? Okay, only a few hands. So imagine being able to watch a video, click one button while still on that video, and generate a sale for your books. That's what TikTok Shop does. It's becoming, it's like QVC now. And with TikTok, when they have a new avenue like TikTok Shop, trust me, because I've spoken with the guys at TikTok UK, that's what all their time and energy is going to be going into. So if they're giving you the tools to make a success of it, you need to look at, right, how can I use this for me? Okay, so I started off with, I bought 5 books. I thought I'll give this a try, sold them in a day, used them books to then buy 20 books and so on and so forth. And within the space of about 4 months in 2022, my TikTok Shop alone was generating a full-time income. Okay, but the problem for that was, it's the fulfillment. You're responsible for the fulfillment. It's not something that you can do for free. You need to invest in stock, packaging. I had to get a storage unit because I had lots of sales coming in. And the key thing was, a video was taking off, and like I said, as watching that video, they could then buy the book without leaving the platform, which is a game changer. Okay, every time someone clicks a link, you're limiting your chances of that sale going through, and your conversion rate goes down. So the sooner you can get that conversion, the better. So the fact that you can do it on a video is amazing. And I'm constantly putting pressure on them to allow us to sell ebooks, because I think that would just genuinely change the landscape of how ebook marketing and things like that work. So I've been told that they are making the right connections, but there's a lot of work that has to go on with programming, things like that. So it's not just as easy as we'll suddenly make this available. I was just speaking to the guys at Book Vault. If you've not seen them, they've got a stall in the main hall. And because Alex is a genius, they've found a way that if you've got a Shopify store, that you can effectively link your TikTok Shop to your Shopify. So actually the fulfillment becomes automated, so you don't have to have the stock. So I'm going to do some work with them next week to start testing it. And hopefully if we can get that working, they'll start rolling that out. Now, I know TikTok Shop is available in the UK and US. I'm not sure about other areas at the moment, but it is something that they're constantly expanding. The main flaw at the moment, from my perspective, I've got a big audience, or my main audience is in America, but I can only do my TikTok Shop to the UK, so that is a bit of a barrier, but I completely understand why. Hopefully, connections like Book Vault could work, because Book Vault print in the US and the UK, so that could help bridge that gap. So I think, from my understanding, the main reason is because of shipping costs. That's the main reason why they won't do it, because it causes nightmares if there's issues with books. And as I said, you currently can't sell ebooks. So, oh God, we've got loads of time left. So, TikTok has changed my life. It isn't easy, but it's a platform that can springboard your indie author career, and it can be life-changing. You need to use it for what it is. It's a free tool to help you connect with readers. If you're not using it, why not, okay? Who came in a bit sketchy about TikTok, not knowing whether they were going to do it, okay? Who's going to be leaving and start filming TikToks and coming back next year as a 6-figure author? Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm now a full-time author, and that's something that I've mentally struggled with accepting. I still get nervous when people say, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm like, I'm a full-time author. I'm like, I'm a big deal. I don't walk around like that, just to clarify. But it's for quite a long time, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel normal. I am still passionate about my nursing career, but yeah, I've left that now. I'm no longer a nurse. And I've got a growing community of readers they're my army. They are so supportive. If I do a book launch, they travel a long way to just to come and say hi. I release a book, they're the first to go and buy it, even though I've given them it for free before, and they'll leave reviews, and they'll troll people that troll me. It's amazing. Okay. So hopefully that's all the motivation you need, okay? We can do rounds of questions, but if you do, there is a microphone here that you need to use. That's for the benefit of the people watching at home.
Okay, I have questions from 3 live virtual attendees.
It's a good job we've got
So I
20
will
minutes.
try to get through them quickly. The first one is from Diane. She asks, what kind of videos would you suggest for an author with only one book, the first in a series so far?
Just post the content. You need to post content that's going to get people to pay attention to either you, your books, or both. So you need to post something that's going to be something you're comfortable with doing. So that could be humour, it could be just literally you on camera explaining your situation. But ultimately, if you've got the book that's already written, show it, showcase it, brag about it, tell people the process. There's lots of content you can do around one book. And I know we're at a 20 books to 50k, and Michael Andalay will probably never invite me back again. But he kind of needs to change the name of it, because I know more authors that have got a lot less than 20 books making more than 50k than I do know authors that have written 20 books. So, you know, it's TikTok that's enabled that. So one book, you know, J.M. Curl was on the slide. It's kind of that book that generated £300,000. So whether you've got 1 book, 5 books, you can still make it.
The next question is from Devin, and I have the same question. Is it possible to have success on TikTok without doing face-to-camera videos?
Yes, Bobby, where are you? So Bobby Kim, so Bobby Kim is very prolific around TikTok marketing. So he's got a fantastic process that really breaks down slideshows, things like that, to generate that interest and those views. And the slideshows do convert to sales very well.
Okay, and then I'll ask one more question and get to the back of the line for all the other questions. Lori asks, can you talk about how you use hashtags and keywords?
Okay, so think of hashtags, keywords, things like that as a way of indexing your content. You're letting the algorithm know so they can try and get it in front of the right eyes on the For You page. So hashtags, I would say, so you can use it as a way to monitor your views. So if you haven't already, one of your take-homes should be that you need to just make the hashtag post. The next video you post, make it a hashtag of either your author name or your book title, because then what you can see with that hashtag is how many views that's generated over time. And actually, even whether you're in the 200 club or you get more views than that, when you see that's had 1,000 views, or you see it's hit 50,000 views, it can be quite a powerful thing to see. But things like book talk, fantasy book talk, I think there is kind of hashtags for every single genre on there now. You've got your generic ones, your more streamlined ones. So it's an effective way of indexing. And don't be afraid to test not putting hashtags. I think I did about 6 months in 2022 where I didn't, because the keywords in the actual videos was enough to get that in front of the right eyes.
Hi. I have a question about the content creation. So you create all your content in the app?
Yes.
And then how do you do the cross-promotion you mentioned? Like, do you download
Yeah,
it without the
very
watermark
easy.
and use
Yes,
it? Yeah.
very easy, very efficient. Now, TikTok have just had a new update where in your draft, you can literally just download it without a watermark. So watermark's been a big
Already in
issue.
app?
Yeah, so I've always used Snaptic. So,
Yeah,
but if you're doing
nice.
lip syncs, things like that, it's always out of sync
Yeah.
and it looks horrendous. So TikTok now, when you're in your draft before you post a video, it's not available once you've posted it. There's literally just a little download
So
icon,
from the
and you can just download it straight to your phone.
And when you are testing, you said you test. So when you have a video that doesn't go anywhere, do you private it
No,
or
I don't.
you just keep it there?
I'll post it again the next day.
The same one?
Yeah.
How? If you do it in app, once you posted it, it's out of your drafts.
I'll download it,
And
and then I'll post it the next day, and I'll try a different
you
music.
download through Snaptic? though in that
Yeah,
case?
so if it's already been posted, you can go back at your videos you've done. So if you check your analytics, you'll be able to find which videos have converted.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the information you need. That's the content you need to be posting, because that's evidencing what's already worked. So that's what you need to be repeating and repeat and repeat and repeat, and it will just keep generating and getting better and better. If I post a video and it gets 1,000 views, I'll post it again another day, and then I might try it a week later. It's not wasted content, it's there forever. We need to get out there. So our biggest barrier is ourselves. So we'll think we post a video and we'll go, oh, no one wants to see that video over and over again. Okay. The viral video I had in August last year generated 1.9 million views on TikTok. That generated £8,000 worth of sales in about a week. Massive. I've never, ever experienced anything like that in my life. That same video has gone viral 5 times on Instagram in the last 12 months, which is the same video. So even though that's now generated, well, I think it's had over 12 million views across all these videos, there's still, every time it goes viral, it's generating huge amount of sales and people saying, oh my God, how have I never seen this? The world is a big place. So just because one person might comment and say, I'm sick of seeing this video, doesn't mean, don't let that put you off from posting again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
So what would your advice be for somebody who's literally just, I like know nothing about TikTok. I've looked at it a couple times. It seems to always be like, you know, cute young teenage girls talking about their book boyfriends and stuff. And I don't really know how to get it to where where I can see the kind of videos that might appeal to my readership, which is older. You know, I do urban fantasy.
Yep. So again, you've got the search bar, so make sure you're looking at your genre, looking for hashtags that connect with your readers, and ultimately, you know, TikTok might not work for everyone. If you feel that it's at a detriment to you because it's very time consuming, it's just not. You can't get it to work.
I just don't think I understand it well enough yet to know whether it's,
Okay, so the best way to do that is just to start doing. Just take that leap. Just give it a go and see where you are. Who are you sat next to?
Right there.
You're now her accountability partner, okay? You've got 2. Okay, that's fine. You're now going to be best friends, okay? It works, okay? You've got to post for people to know that your book exists. It's same as ads, but this isn't going to cost you any money.
Do cats do well on TikTok?
Do what, sorry?
Do cats do well
Oh,
on
absolutely.
TikTok? Okay. I'm set then.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Laura, and first of all, thank you for the talk. Fabulous. You've now changed my mind about TikTok,
Okay.
so thank you for that. Second is, I have a question regarding when your followers, can you do shop with 0 followers?
I think it's 1,000.
So you have to have 1,000.
You have to have a business account. I will double check. I'll message my guys at TikTok. I will double check. I know that you have to have a business account. That's the main thing, because you have to register with them that you're a business, and that gives you it takes you to like another platform, like Facebook have their ads platform. It works like that. TikTok has a marketing platform, and then they've got a seller center, which is your shop platform. So, Zach, you've got your shop.
So you can actually create a shop. Just go on, use it on the computer.
Right.
Create the shop. It's way easier to do that. And actually, you don't have to have an account to attach to it. You can literally build an account. My shop has 7 followers on it. It's attached to
Your TikTok.
a random account.
Yeah, so what you can do is you then make your author account like an affiliate. So you're effectively paying yourself commission, but you get all the commission. But the reason for that is because you can create affiliates with influencers who can take and agree a percentage, and they'll get a certain amount from a sale, which is fantastic. How many?
But to be an affiliate, you have to have 5,000. I think they just changed that.
Yeah.
Too. So you have to have 5,000 followers on your author account to become an affiliate for your shop.
So then it would be better to have thousands so then you can just do a shop and just have that link.
Yeah, so the best advice I can give is just search for TikTok Shop. All the information is on there. They've got a massive resource library that will train you on each section as well. It is a fantastic platform for explaining things.
Hi, I've heard a lot of people say that you have to train the algorithm and only watch videos that are about books in your genre. Don't like all the cat videos because then you'll get weird stuff. Don't like the mom stuff. And so can you retrain your algorithm if you already have an account with a decent following and sometimes is successful?
Yep.
If you've already liked all these videos about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce that have nothing to do with your book?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I use TikTok because I enjoy the platform. You know, I have probably 75% of my videos are you guys popping up, and that's, you know, got people all around the world saying hello and letting me know how they're doing. It's a fantastic platform. But I also have my hobbies and interests on there, so I'm not uber strict with it. But I know Cara spent a long time training the algorithm to the point where she just wouldn't share her profile. So the fact that I shared it on there, she's probably going to murder me. Yeah, so, you know, sometimes like your followers, things like I have a lot of followers that are authors that follow my account, and that can affect who my videos are going to. And but again, I'll get uplifting comments like Zach's always cheering me on in the comments on my videos, and you know, I cheer Zach on, and I've got author friends that they pop up and you're wishing them success. And yes, that's not necessarily generating sales, but it's uplifting and it keeps you motivated. But yeah, you can absolutely retrain it.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much.
I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest person in this room. Probably the only baby boomer. Every example that you showed was a 20-something hot chick or something like that. So do you know anyone who has been successful as an author platform that is, say, over the age of...
Yes, there's a guy, I can't remember his name. So basically there was a video that went viral. I can't remember his name. If anyone knows his name, feel free to pop your hands up. So basically so there's that one. So there's a video.
Well, I was going to ask that. Should I get my daughter to post
Oh yeah,
videos?
manipulate them. Oh, this is so genuine. I'm just. So yeah, there was a guy who his daughter posted a video of him working. He didn't even know she was filming him, saying he'd released a book like 10 years earlier, and it was a stupid amount of views, and he was straight up the Amazon chart. Like everyone in the world was buying his book. There was another gentleman that he was doing a sign-in and no one was there, and someone just happened to walk, and it was a really endearing video. So this guy filmed him, kind of almost like interviewing him, and he went viral. You've got audiobooks that have basically bought the rights to audio booth and things like that he's now doing very well. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you posting. Random situations can trigger overnight success. But don't be afraid to start talking and posting about your books just because of your age, because people will still cheer you on. We'll all cheer you on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of TikTok users are like my grandkids' ages. So I mean, it just...
Well, get them to tell their friends and grow your following. They'll all cheer you on.
All right, so one follow-up on that is I don't have a ton of books. I've got 5. So is that worth trying to devote the time on TikTok to try to sell 5 books?
You've been here for the presentation?
I saw. But I thought I'd ask anyway.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. The fact that you've got 5 books actually will help because you get the upsell. So you'll have some people that will go and buy the first book, but you will be amazed at how many people will go and buy every single book just as a leap of faith.
All right, well, thank you.
Okay, I still have a handful of questions, so I'll just keep it to 2 since there are people behind me. Blake asks, do your readers mostly buy unsigned paperbacks, or are signed books what readers want out of a TikTok shop?
So I did both. I started focusing more on the unsigned books. So I used to charge a few pounds more for a signed book, and I started just focusing on unsigned books, and then those that, because what I found then is those that wanted a signed book would actively look for it, because if someone looks at the price and says, oh, that looks expensive, they might not realise it's for a signed copy. So if you market your cheaper books, and then those that want it then are happy to pay a bit more for other copies. I've kind of pivoted my methodology with that now. So for me, signed books are if people back a Kickstarter rather than TikTok shop.
Megan asks, I have a middle grade series and I'm working on a YA series. Do you suggest 2 different accounts or just focus on YA on TikTok?
So I've got my dark fantasy series and I have a YA series, and I post videos about both. So every time you post a video, it's going to fresh eyes. So I personally don't see a problem with pitching different genres. If you've got different pen names, things like that, it might be a good idea to have different accounts because it could get confusing. And yes, if you're writing spicy books and young adult fantasy, let's not get them mixed up on the same page, because you're going to get some community violations, which you don't want.
Is there a certain video maker that you would recommend?
TikTok.
It makes a video?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I know nothing about
so
it,
you
obviously.
can do everything you need to on.
It does page flip and all that stuff?
Yeah. It's such a good platform to create the videos. So even though I use a lot of other platforms, everything I make is on TikTok, and then I'll download that and I'll cross-promote with the TikTok video. I've tried using the other platforms. They're no way near as capable as what you can achieve through TikTok.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yes, I know nothing about TikTok either. Once you put your video up there, do you have to do anything to drive at least initial viewers to it, or does it all magically happen? Is it one of these?
Oh, it's all
if you build
magical.
it, they will come.
So the best thing I can give, Bobby, I think I have seen him at the back. So if you get a chance to speak to Bobby, sorry Bobby, if you get a chance to speak to Bobby, he's your guy around slideshows, things like that, like generating the sales from like an advanced marketing point of view. But Bobby has a very good kind of mathematical equation that helps you calculate like if a video is effective, and it'll calculate like your video views against what is it, Bobby? Yeah, so like your video views times. So yeah, so if you don't feel you're getting the engagement, it's fine. Just try a different. Well, even posting the same video just at a later time could make a difference. Engage as best as you can. So if you're getting comments, reply to them. You start building that. You'd be amazed at how fast people become super fans and super readers. Right, we've got 1.5 minutes left.
Oh.
No pressure.
I'll preface this by saying that I'm a nonfiction author, so things might be a little bit different for me. I kind of had a different experience. I went from 500 followers to about 30,000 in like 8 weeks.
Wow.
And I'll post content that's like interesting content that's related to what's in the book. And, some videos are like millions of views, but I feel like anytime I mention a book or try to sell anything or try to get anybody to sign up for a newsletter, my views are way down.
Yeah, so
or I can even see it in the engagement graph. Even if I'm mentioning a different book,
yeah.
When I say the word book, the engagement drops.
Okay.
Like,
so, do you like sell courses, things like that?
Not so much anymore.
So on TikTok, you can actually now, it's a new thing that they've been rolling out where they have a paid videos. So you could film a series of videos relating to your non-fiction books, and people can subscribe to that, and that itself can generate an income.
Like making the video course.
They invented it, so they're going to push that. So use it, because that won't get suppressed in any way, shape or form.
Try that. Thanks.
Okay. Is that time done? Yes. I'll come speak to you in a minute. I'll come and speak to you in a minute. Okay. Right. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.